And she's like, you believe in Jesus?
Wow.
And then I'm like, yeah.
No, bitch, I believe in science.
No, but what are the most basic, most important principles in life? Name 3 of them.
Always do your best.
Do your best.
Never quit.
Never quit.
And keep your head high.
Keep your head high. Like, how simple is that?
Mm-hmm.
The game today is not hunting. The game today is winning in the money game.
You know, it's something that I'm not really fond of is like the Hispanic community. Like, they want to work hard, like physically.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the Hispanic culture, like they don't want to do like computer science or coding or anything of like where you have to use your brain.
Mm-hmm.
But like, what do you think that is?
Culture.
But like culture in what sense? Like education, self-belief, not having enough information. Like, what do you think it actually stems from?
From identity. I don't think it's first of all, it's not identity, not believing that they're capable of. Of course, there's tons of people, and I just read something over the week. What's his name? Edison, this dude who invented the light bulb.
He didn't invent it. It was actually Tesla. Edison stole it from him.
These are facts.
Facts.
Okay, we got to fact check because I don't know.
But Edison, the guy, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Apparently, that guy was Mexican.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
That motherfucker was white.
No.
I also heard that he was a dick.
We got to fact check. Back to your question, why do usually Latinos, they go for, physical hand job
work,
rather than mental
work.
Dude, I think it's culture, bro. I think it's the lack of belief on their abilities. I think there's, and that's why you wonder, like, why is it the most Asians they'll go for, and I like to also look at the facts, but I think most Asians go into technology.
Yeah. And finance.
Yeah, we also heard about the Jewish community, how much they help each other.
Yeah.
That's a thing. That's a fact.
It's a real thing.
I had this one semi-girlfriend who was Jewish. She was beautiful. Oh my God! There was one party that I was working at, and it was all Jewish people. And
when was this?
This was a few years back. It was a long time ago, but there was all Jewish, and it's funny because I was talking when I met her. She was like, this was the craziest thing to me. She was like, I don't know how the conversation came about, but I said something, I'll go to church. And she's like, you believe in Jesus?
Wow.
And then I'm like, yeah.
No, bitch, I believe in science.
No, but she starts laughing at me. She starts laughing at me. She's like, how can you believe that? Like, she's Jewish. I mean, the Jewish people, and the Bible talks about the Jewish. And you know how in the Bible, despite the word of Jesus in the Bible, and they don't believe in Jesus.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That to me was crazy. How there is like there was a part of like her that was laughing at me for believing in Jesus Christ.
Hey, at least we have something in common.
What?
Me and Jewish people.
That you don't believe in Jesus Christ.
Bro, it's just, bro, I'm telling you, dude, Jesus was the first Ty Lopez, bro. He was the first Andrew Tate. He was the first one.
He was
I don't think he was the first one. I think
he's the first liver king.
He's the first liver. Like, he was the first one who started all that, bro.
I don't know, man. My belief is strong enough to believe regardless of opinions. Because if I look at the Bible, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, what about the Bible or what in the Bible are you against?
Well, a lot of the shit, it's written like a fairy tale, bro. Like, it's a fucking, like how they said, like, oh, the Jesus was was walking in flames. Like,
I don't know where it says that.
It does say that when the three dudes were in there, and then the guy who like burned him, he said, oh, I saw a fourth guy in there, and it was Jesus, and they were having a conversation. I'm like, bro, like, if I'm in fire, bro, my ass is gonna fucking burn to death. If you correlate the thinking of when the Bible came out, dude, there was times where, I don't know if you heard, there was a time where like they killed a bunch of cats because they thought they were witches.
Where?
It's in the
no, I never heard of this.
Yeah, this happened like a couple centuries ago. When something happens that's like a coincidence, and like, oh, they think like you're a witch or whatever, they'll kill you. Like, bro, that type of thinking is like, holy shit. Like, if you can even correlate to the way the Bible was written to the way that they thought at the time. Like, everything was like, oh, like, like, angels and demons, and then now the brain has actually grown a little bit, that we've become more logical and more grounded in the sense of like the reason why there's like rain is because of the osmosis of like how the water, the cows, all that shit, right? But back then they would pray to God for rain. Like, did you see what I'm saying? Like, it just, to me, logically, it just doesn't it doesn't convince me that it's like real shit. Like, to me, it's logical for me. Like, if they say like God's a man or God's like a man, yeah, like, bro, who gives birth, men or women?
Woman.
So don't you think it's more logical that God should most likely be a woman?
If the world has to be completely logical, then you mean to tell me that, can you measure the size of the universe?
You can.
You can?
Yeah, dude, you can.
Oh my God, no way,
yes,
dude.
you can.
The size of the universe?
Yes, bro.
Of the entire fucking galaxy?
It's called math.
You can measure it.
There is a measurement for it.
Bro, you believe this?
Bro, you know what they say?
According to who?
Bro, okay, supposedly they did like a measurement of like time and space and distance.
Well, do you realize what the fuck you're saying, bro?
See,
do you realize what you're saying?
No, bro. The story you're telling yourself now is that you don't think it's possible or that it's true.
How?
What do you mean, how?
The universe.
See, okay, bro. So what? See, bro, you're putting the universe again right here, bro.
But how do you explain that logically? Explain the universe.
Okay, so you know what it was?
And you know what you're gonna buy? A theory.
See, but dude, the crazy thing is like, how do we know what is truth and what isn't, though?
Yeah, that's a good question. Because imagine just living in a logical world. What will life look like?
Well, when I think about the word logic or logical, I think more
do you
like
think
reason.
People kill logically.
No.
Why do people kill?
Impulse.
Yeah, emotions.
Emotion.
Mental warfare. They're fighting an internal battle.
Yeah.
Suffering.
Mm-hmm. Frustration. Rage.
We talked about before, right? We're living in a world of duality. Up and down, hot, cold.
Left, right, up, down, in, out, blue, red.
Yeah, logical, emotional. You can't remove either or.
It's kind of like happy and sad. Like, if you're never sad, you will never understand what happy is. And if you're always happy, you will never understand what sad is, right? So in order to exist, like
both of them are necessary.
Two things are necessary.
Yeah.
So do you think there's two? Like I always thought this, like there must be two creators.
Why?
Why do we always need two things in order for something to exist?
But every time you create something, like you could be the creator of something, yeah?
You know what? You just gave me something. It's the creator and the created.
So I'm going to go back to the Bible. Mm-hmm. I think our capability of truly understanding the creator is incapable of. We wouldn't be able to understand because it's so much bigger than what we can imagine.
Yeah, I agree. Cool.
Sometimes basic is far more powerful than this whole ideology and terminology. It's like terms like you don't understand, like right? And the basic, like you think about what are the most basic, most important principles in life. Name 3 of them.
Always do your best.
Do your best.
Never quit.
Never quit.
And keep your head high.
Keep your head high. Like, how simple is that? Very simple words, but they're so powerful. Imagine, just think of this, what you just said. Always do your best. Dude, that is so liberating. Always doing your best. Because it doesn't imply always win, right? Or always, if you lose, you're a loser. It implies always do your best. Give your 100% effort. Keep your head high because you're going to experience lows. Imagine if you live your life that way. Just always giving your best. Imagine if we just gave our best to our podcast.
I'd for sure have less bad days in my lifetime.
Right. So the most basic things are the most powerful things. Things like keep your word. Things like respect your elders. Right? Things like, love your wife. Things like honor your family.
Pay your friends back.
Pay your friends back. So basic, right? But
basic,
it's so
basic, bro.
And those are so powerful, so important. So, but yet they sound so basic, so simple.
Yeah.
Sometimes less is more. The idea of like that you don't need to be Superman to be Superman, meaning you don't have to be this extraordinary person. You can do those basic principles. And I was just reading some here on Twitter.
All right, so we're gonna Twitter segment. Chris is gonna be reading some tweets.
Your inner circle should be more focused on money, success, and starting a family.
Yeah.
What is your ideal of money, Will? Do you consider making money
A priority.
a priority, responsibility, or something that, you live in an economic world, you need to make rent? What's your perception of money today?
Money is very important, and I have no issue having a lot of it. Like, you know how some people say, I don't ever want to be rich? Bro, I want to be rich.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I just don't want to show it off. I just want to be private. But I want to have a lot of money to help the people around me, especially my family and friends and close friends.
Yeah.
But I have no problem being a millionaire or a billionaire. I just don't want to show it.
What do you mean to want to show it? Like I don't want to
like-
buy the cars.
Yeah, like I don't want people to know that I'm rich. Having money is important, but the reason for me to have money, the main reason for me to have money is just to have a life that I'm able to enjoy. Because obviously we live in a society where like cash is king, and cash rules everything around me. So cash is very important, but I want to have money to enjoy the life that I'm living right now, not to like. That's the only reason really I want it, just to enjoy my life.
But you can enjoy your life at what, $100,000 a year?
Yeah.
Can you enjoy your life at $100,000 a year?
Yeah, but I don't think that's enough.
That's not rich.
It's not.
No.
I need millions. I need a couple milli. I need to have money in my pockets where I walk stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need money, boy. Like, and again, dude, like the amount of impact that I want to make, dude, it's 100 is not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. But how about you? How much money do you want to make?
So for 2023, I think it's something important to talk about. I think everybody has to get clear on the exact number. There has to be, what I learned in my experience with money is you have to have a number attached to it.
Attached to it, yeah.
And that's how you knock out goals. Unless you're one in a million, one of those people that can, I don't know, just go from 0 to a billion, right? But I don't think it happens just like that. You need to have a number that you can measure. So I look at, okay, what is the amount that I need to be making every year for me to no longer be fear of money? You know how like you're scared of everything, like everything that you spend
Where you
on,
stop
like,
to worry,
yeah,
and you start to live.
And every time you have to, you look at the menu for food and you limit yourself.
Yeah.
In order for you to overcome the fear, there's an amount that's attached to it. In LA, it's $140,000 a year. See,
Dude, I still don't think that's a lot, though.
It's not. No, it's not. It's not a lot. I'm not saying this is well. This is you not worrying about money. This is a family of two. You live in an okay neighborhood, a better neighborhood. You're driving 2 cars. Your kids are going to private school. If you're making $140,000 a year, that's close to maybe $12,000 a month. You are not scared. You're not financially free. It doesn't mean you're rich. Fuck no. But you're
not free, but you don't worry. You don't worry about shit.
Yeah, you're not scared. You're just simply just kind of making a living with a little bit of saving. So there's like 3 levels of it, right? Like you're making a living, making good money.
Okay.
So making good money is around $300,000, maybe $500,000.
Okay.
You're making a difference. You can make a difference with money, right? You're making
An impact?
impact, and then you're making history. So this is kind of like in your industry, right?
Yeah.
So what are you making? It was the question. It's a responsibility. You have to make money. Your priority as a man has to be
You have to play the game, dude.
Yeah, it's like today, if your main priority is not making money, the game today is not hunting. The game today is winning in the money game. It's your family will get fed based on your productivity, how good you are in the marketplace. So your focus has to be like the way you take care of your family. If you truly care about your family, the way you take care of your family is by providing. Yeah. That's got to be your number one focus.
Yeah.
I get so worried out today, or like I don't understand people that are still caught up on the idea of let me go find my passion. You got to find something that pays.
First, you for sure have to find something that pays. Second, dude, passion is a scam.
Tell me about that.
Passion is an emotion that will come to pass eventually. You need to find something like what Andrew Tate, Elon Musk, all these people say, dude, what you need to find is systems and discipline. That's what you need. And you need to stick to that. Passion, motivation, like all that will eventually come to pass. But what will remain is your habits.
So why do you think people get so caught up on thinking, I want to find my passion? Is this like an illusion? It's
It's
like
just
this
culture, bro. It's just people think that, we're like in a modern age and now we have, instead of hunting, now we can focus on what interests us and all this shit. Like, but dude, we're not that far off, bro. We still have to eat.
yeah.
We still have to go get it. It's
Yeah,
it's a different form of getting it. It's a different form of hunting.
Yeah, what I heard Patrick say, he said, passions don't pay. If I was so passionate, if passions really paid, I will go and, play football all day. I would just go on the field and lift weights. Just it's my passion. Even sports, it's not. It's like it might seem to us as, oh, he's very passionate, and we see the highlights of it, but the work is not easy. Like I remember when I was playing ball back in high school, back in college, practice was hell, especially high school. Dude, I hated practice because I knew the work that we were going to put on the field. We were good as fuck. I mean, every person that we played with, they felt us. Shout out to Garfield High. But, dude, paying the price to be on the field was not something I was excited about. And I remember the last few games, I was like, damn, I can't wait for this shit to be over. And I'm so passionate about the sport. I love the sport. But it requires a different level. Even if you believe like a Kobe Bryant, I'm pretty sure this person had a different mentality than just, I'm just passionate. It was far more than passion. It was now reaching a whole level of history, and it was there's a lot more more than
it went
passion.
Deeper than just passion.
Yeah. And I think you first have to become very good at one thing. Like you got to figure it out, this game thing, this money game, fast. And so that way you can go and pursue some passions, and you can pursue things that makes you excited, so that you have but you can't just go chase passions and you have nothing going on for yourself, your family suffering, and there's no money, and you're worried about money all the time, and your kids are going to public schools. And
dude, I hate those guys that say, oh, but there's no money. I don't know if you ever had that, like, oh, but I don't have any money. Like, motherfucker, go make some money, bro. Like, I hate that shit, bro. Like, go make it happen. Go figure it out.
If it was so obvious, like back then, you knew that the only way to feed your family was to go hunt. And there was like no question about it. Like, oh, I'm not gonna hunt because it's not my passion. Fucking, you gotta eat.
You gotta eat.
You gotta go hunt. Go get yourself a group of people that are hungry as well, and go get it. Why does it change today? Why is it that we don't understand that the new way of hunting is to go produce, make money? Is it possible to change people to go put themselves in uncomfortable situations to go do more for their family? Do you think it's possible?
Of course it is. Anything's possible. But I think to answer your first question, I think when you were saying that, I'm just thinking about like what has changed? Like why have we become more weaker? And I think it's because of, what comes to mind is three things: is the options that you have, the comfort that you have, and the distractions that you have.
Options? What do you mean by options?
Options, like right now, like, hey, like, yo, can I get this $100 or $100,000 a year job, or is 50 enough for me? Instead of like, oh, if the 50,000 is like easier for me to get, I mean, it's easier. I'll do that right now. I'll get the 100, later, but I need it. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you have options.
Yeah.
Like, we're not really forced to do anything. Like when we were hunting, bro, like there was like, yo, we had to eat. If there was like a lion that came to our village, bro, we had to attack and kill, right? Like now we have so much options where we can like stay home and chill. We can fucking go to the gym instead of working, or go hang out with friends. Like right now we have we can do so much instead of work.
Bring that thought back when you said we have options,
comfort, and then distractions.
Something there about comfort. You said that we don't. You said we don't need it, or like we don't. Is it that we don't? There's nobody's forcing us.
Yeah, no one's forcing us to go out.
I think that's a problem.
Yeah, dude. You know what? See, like, I bet you, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. I this is what I just think, but I feel like if I had a father that was just on me, like, yo, you gotta fucking do this stuff, blah, 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 dude, like, I'll be like on it more.
Yeah.
But I'm just here roaming free on my own free will, like, and I don't push myself as hard as I should. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we do need somebody there to be like, to push us over that edge. Like, even though we all want to be leaders, sometimes we need to be told what to do.
You be led.
Yeah, like we have to be led, you know, and it's like
When you said there's not forced upon us, like it's not somebody telling us. When I went immediately, I think about, I was watching this one movie, Burnt. I don't know if you've seen it on Netflix. And it's about this chef, right? And they're talking about, just there's one scene, he's talking about Burger King and fast food restaurants. That fast food restaurants was specifically made for the working class. And it's so cheap to get a McDonald's burger and to get some breakfast at McDonald's for $1 or $2. And when you don't understand that, like there is a bigger life out there that you deserve. I'm looking at this movie, right? You gotta go watch it, dude. It's like the pinnacle of restaurants. Like getting a star as a chef is. Did you know that in the industry, the restaurant industry, people don't follow restaurants, people follow chefs.
yeah.
So if this chef is working at this kitchen, I'm gonna go have his food because I know excellent food is gonna happen there. So people that fine dine, meaning everything specifically picked out for every dish,
Yeah.
and is so detailed and is so. I mean, the conversation about being healthy, of course, is not even. It's like, of course, no shit. It's supposed to be the greatest oils and the greatest ingredients and the greatest mixture. There's nothing different. I don't know how to put it, but there's nothing different between somebody who believes he deserves that kind of dish to somebody who he believes a burger at Burger King. And when I think about, okay, we're now forced to, it's like there's so much resources that it's literally a choice.
You have options. That's what I'm saying.
It's
You have
literally
so
a
much
choice
options.
to stay there and to sit on the couch all day and to just do enough for your family. Just to go do enough to pay the bills.
That's an option.
But what's crazy is you don't think about like public schools. My son's about to go to a private school, right? We're about to pay $700.
Private?
Yeah.
Oh, good, dude.
We're about to drop $700 every month to start with, and eventually go up higher. But when you don't think about this, okay? So public schools, every person, you gotta understand that everybody's broken. We live in a broken world. And when you just throw your kid through the bunch, just to what the government is feeding you, do you realize I don't think people understand how much disadvantage you're putting your kid at. Like
a major disadvantage. A major disadvantage.
With broken people and all these problems at home. And like I think about, bro, I have a responsibility. I am paying the price. I am working on myself every day. I want to do good things. I want to give them a good life. And to throw them in just a public school, just to throw them with a bunch. Yeah. We think that, well, I went to public school, so, I didn't turn out so bad.
Are some public schools that are good, though? Like Arcadia High, bro, that was an excellent school. Excellent school.
I just think where everybody is open, is open to everybody. There's no effort to put into.
Yeah, it's not perfect, and there's problems anywhere. If you're more specific, like private, your kid is gonna be at an advantage instead of a disadvantage compared to going to public.
It's not an easy thing. It's like, damn, but $700, damn, my bill's about to go up to 8,000, almost close to 10,000 a month. Not an easy decision, but it's necessary. I need to. My family deserves to have this lifestyle. And obviously savings as well. Our savings just cross over 30,000 in savings. It feels amazing.
Nice.
And it's like, okay, we need more. This is only 3 months of living. The 30,000 is not enough.
It's not enough.
So you think, oh fuck, I need to have 100,000 in the bank sitting there for emergencies. And then I need to put some money aside to work. I need to start learning the investment game because that's very different than you go from being a employee to self-employed to business owner to investor. Investor, business owners, completely different disciplines. Self-employed, completely different disciplines. And that's what I wonder about. Like, if you don't think it's necessary for you to invest on yourself to go to the next category, you have to, dude. Like, your mentality has to be so hungry to not depend on somebody else. Yeah. I'm not saying not needing someone, because you will always, that's another discipline. You got to understand that you need people. You need good people to start anything, to go somewhere. What I mean is to depend on somebody to pay your bills. Bro, you can't. In today's world, you cannot depend on the government. You cannot depend on your employer.
On your parents.
You cannot depend on anybody.
Anybody but yourself. Well, right now, the only thing I depend on is my job. And even then, it's like, obviously I have to feed myself. I have to like do something with something. But like at a point, bro, it's like, bro, like if you depend on somebody, like the way I see it, if a man depends on either a job or like an employment job where somebody else, where you work for somebody else, your parents, the government, whatever, dude, that's shameful. In my opinion, I think it's shameful. Like, I think if you're doing shit on your own, like, it's good. Like, but again, it's like, to what degree are you shameful enough to still work at a job? You know, like, I've been doing this shit for a very long time. Like it's time to, like, I'm just happy that I have the thought that I'm going to be self-employed. But the next question is, like, when and how fast can you get there?
Yeah.
And how bad do you want it?
Yeah.
You know, because right now it's just a thought.
Yeah, I met a guy over the week that I was talking to him, and he works construction. And we were talking about the recession, right? 2008. Talking about, there's going to be possibly a recession coming up soon. Mm-hmm. And he was like, yeah, 2008 was horrible. He said, I was out of work for 2 years.
The fuck?
I said, what?
Dude, go work at McDonald's, dude. Who gives a fuck?
You see what I mean? Like, this mentality of, like, there's no work. And this happens a lot in the Hispanic community.
He was Hispanic?
If there's no work, then... I said, what were you doing then?
Yeah.
How can you just sit there?
Collecting fucking whatever they call it, disability or whatever.
That's why when a recession happens, people talk about, that's why you're scared.
Yeah.
Because you haven't built enough disciplines, you haven't built enough skills for your family to depend on you. How dare you?
Yeah.
And how is this not freaking you out, dude? How do you close yourself to so many opportunities, to so many resources out there to learn new skills, to put yourself out there?
Yeah.
I don't understand, man. I wish I had an answer for it.
You know why? It's because we're men and we're trying to go after it. That's why. That's why we can't comprehend that shit, bro.
But my dad was in that space, bro. My dad was in a space where he
was comfortable.
He just, if there's nobody giving me work, then
there's no work.
Let me just call somebody, see if they give me work. Like, why not being obsessed about? Imagine how much dependability on somebody
dude,
else.
Like, I fucking hate that, dude.
How much dependability is that? Well, if I'm just gonna sit here, like I think of Homeboy Ramos, right? Like, if I didn't put him on that job, it's like, dude, when are you gonna get a job? So until I put him on, he's getting his ass to work. It's like, dude, go fucking shake a hat, dude.
Yeah, dude. Swallow your pride, bro. Whatever you have to do to at least carry your own weight, that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Whether it's working.
And that's honorable.
Yeah, it is honorable. Like, yo, don't fucking depend on anybody. Like, fuck it. If you work at McDonald's and Burger King, fuck it, dude. You're supporting yourself. You do what you got to do. Don't not ever not have a job.
Yeah.
Like.
You need a job. And we said all the time, you need a job. Look, if your parents were not capable or did not think of your ass growing up, they weren't capable enough to build a business so you can work on the business, you have to go work on somebody else's business.
Yeah.
Because when you go get a job, you're working on somebody else's business. I hope you know that. That's somebody else's business that you're building. So your mentality has got to be, I'm going to go into this business, I'm going to go do the best possible job ever in my capabilities. I'm going to learn some skills for it. I'm going to learn from this so that I have that in my toolbox, meaning, well, now that I build this, they're paying me to learn this skill. I can depend on this for the next, I don't know how many years it's going to take me, but I can depend on this. I have a skill where I can go anywhere and work and do this job, this skill for anybody. But I'm going to build something for myself. And your priorities got to be there. Like, what is going to be my way out? What is my plan A? A job is not your plan A. A job is you have to, because you have to pay bills. Your plan A has got to be, what's going to be my way out? What can I devote myself to? What can I learn today to get that ball rolling? And that's exciting.
Yeah. Final thoughts, get a fucking job.